What is it? 5.12. Oh God, they're all so close. What was yours?
5.7.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Oh goodness gracious, Margaret.
It's you, motherfucker. He's got that. You got to be up around like.
He's got to be at like 6.
8. I would say.
I knew I should have taken today off and just cut weight all day. I knew I should have. Because I had to pull an extra 5, 6. Is he 7? Fuck! Fuck! Fucking fuck! Fuck!
Congratulations. Thank you.
I even fucking tried.
I want to go on record saying I've done absolutely nothing. And I've been drinking like a real piece of shit.
You have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I did.
No, I've been a real monster.
So no, that was all tear weight that he's been crying for.
All right, here it is.
Okay.
Here it is.
He lost, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interject. The confidence level that you had before you two came in here. He's going, there's no fucking way I'm losing. He's around the house.
There wasn't a way. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought because I saw you on the 4th, and I was like, God, James kind of looks like shit. And then I've been watching what he's doing with himself, and he's just fucking falling apart. But honestly,
so where did that weight loss come from? Depression?
I have no idea.
I think it's fall apart weight.
It could be fall apart
It's
weight.
fall apart weight. He's not taking care of himself. He's forgetting to eat.
You were being real shitty to yourself before the last weigh-in.
Yeah.
Like you were eating really bad.
Can't say I'm eating much better now.
Yeah, but I'm
not eating as much. That's the thing.
Yeah, you had talked about how you had stopped by McDonald's the night before.
Oh yeah.
Pounded down like I remember it being almost 2 meals.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was like a burger.
It was a bundle.
It was like a burger
It was a bundle.
and chicken nuggets and a large fry. Like it was.
It's about standard. It's about standard McDonald's order for old Matt over here.
That and I mean, I was real at that party when I saw Bill not drinking. I looked at my wife. I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah,
there might be.
Right, so yeah, I'm still sober. Like
congratulations.
Yeah, I'm almost.
As you choke down that fucking massive bong rip that you just
Fine.
took. Congratulations on your sobriety.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm sober from alcohol, not from having fun.
Yeah.
So I'm not some kind of fucking loser.
Whatever works, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so
I bet you feel like a loser right now.
I feel like a real loser.
about
You guys,
to.
what do you think? Which one do you guys think it is?
I have no fucking idea.
No.
There's a lot of words on there.
Is there? Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Send the most famous person in your phone a picture of your shit. Fuck! Tom Rhodes is getting a picture of my poop.
I don't have a famous person in my phone.
I don't either.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
that's this one. I'm glad I got it because that's the one. I gotta send Tom Rhodes a picture of my dookie.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Maybe you should stop being such a fat.
You know
piece
what's
of shit.
awesome is I don't have the same phone number as I did when I got his phone number.
No.
So he's gonna be like, all right, who the fuck is this?
He never saved your phone number.
No.
Yeah.
He might have.
I'll have no
he
idea.
might have. He might have saved it as Phoenix Weed Guy. You know, like.
Yeah, my weed guy sent me a picture of his turd. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's on par.
I want it to be a real healthy dump. You know, like just something that's just nice.
I think you should spray the back of your fucking toilet and send that. Make
Like
it a
they
real
always do?
murder scene. Yeah.
Would you say murder scene?
Yeah.
Slide those weights over to me real quick.
Oh, god damn it. So the official weights, the official percentages. Why don't you go through those, James?
So the official percentage of weight lost, I lost 5.7%. Bill, your loser, lost 5.1%, and Matt had a respectable 7.7%.
That's right, guys. That just goes to show you.
Shouldn't have let him go from the last one.
So in total right now, I've gone down from 315 to 268.
Damn.
Okay. Bill, you've gone from 219 to 207. And you have gone from 270, but at our second weigh-in,
Yeah.
you gained 8 pounds.
It was muscle weight.
It was muscle weight.
Muscle weight.
So
yeah.
going from the second weigh-in, we've gone from 278 to 257.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
respectable.
like I've been like lifting and doing cardio, so like I definitely have put on some muscle here. So we need to take like a little more body composition into it.
Well, no, for a while I was lifting weights as
Yeah.
I've been lifting weights,
Yeah.
and I was not losing any weight at all.
Yeah.
My clothes were fitting better.
Mm-hmm.
I was
felt better.
feeling better,
Yeah.
But the scale,
but I
doesn't
was
move.
not. It was not doing me any fucking favors at all.
Not that way. No.
No. And I'm
It's crazy,
pissed. It's I mean, it's weird. Yeah, it's it's better for yourself. You can somebody told me one time that the best thing you can do for yourself is to convert 2 pounds of fat into 1 pound of muscle.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
not a conversion. Like that's the old wives' tale is you convert
Yeah.
it. But I mean, you,
The fat hardens
Yeah,
up in
it,
the
like,
tendon,
turns
and then it
into muscle.
becomes power.
but it's like if you can lose 2 pounds of fat and gain a
Yes.
pound of muscle, then fuck, dude, like you've really come after something. Is it take something like I think it's 2,700 calories to lose a pound of fat?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 27 to 3,000.
Now that I've gotten really into counting calories.
Is that what you're doing now? You're
Yeah.
counting
Are you?
calories?
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you done anything like you done any like Weight Watchers shit or
No.
any of these like box meals?
No.
Like,
but what I cannot suggest enough is getting on intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So you eat? How do you eat? Like, kind of break it down.
I try to stay around 1,800 calories a day. I fast intermittently, so I eat between 11 and 7. So I try to do like 700 calories for my first meal.
Mhm.
That leaves me usually about like 250 to 300 for a snack in the afternoon, and then I try to keep my meal at around 800.
So what time you eat? Like, what times are you eating? Like, do you have a specific, or is it
I
just kinda when
generally
you're hungry?
eat like almost like immediately at 11.
Okay.
And then the snack sometimes I've gotten in trouble because I eat too much for that snack.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
What do you? So what type of foods?
a lot of protein, a lot of eggs. I've gotten on eggs. I've salads, a lot more salads, salmon.
Yeah.
I'm on a bunch of salmon.
Here's a. I used to do a blood type diet,
Yeah.
and I'm type A negative. So that's like the pescatarian.
So you just ate a lot of dicks all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penis. Get on an
Straight
all
penis.
penis diet.
Cans of spotted dick all day.
Yeah.
But
No, this is good. This was a good idea.
Yeah. it was a great idea.
To
I know.
continue talking. We can take over the conversation for a minute if you want.
No, I'm really dying to hear what he has to say.
No,
Sobriety's never sounded so good.
so fuck you guys. Every time you say something, I'm just gonna fuck. No, I was eating salmon like fucking constantly, like every day, at least 8 ounces, like 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and so I would do the one in the morning is a sweet salmon,
Yeah.
and the way you do the glaze is you take a half a packet of stevia and just kind of sprinkle it over it, and a little bit of cinnamon,
Yeah.
and it makes like the most guilt-free, awesome glaze on a salmon that you've ever had. It's pretty good.
Who the fuck wants to eat salmon for breakfast?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
if you're
disgusting.
trying to fucking lose some weight,
No,
Yeah.
you should
That's
what
try-
you're doing.
You should try harder.
that's what
Yeah.
you're doing. Actually, well, so like at that point, the diet was like cup of coffee right away, and like maybe like a handful of nuts of like almonds or walnuts or something, and then like 2 hours later, then I would have Ezekiel cereal. This
Fuck is that?
It's so it's not, it doesn't have any gluten in it, but it's like sprouted grains.
Yeah.
So like all the grain has already germinated,
Yeah.
and so it's a different type of thing. You know, like they have bread that's Ezekiel bread too, and that's like you have to go there. You can't leave it out, otherwise it'll rot like fucking that. And it's better for it's fucking it made my poops just Great poops.
You wanted to kiss your poops?
Yeah, they were beautiful.
Wow.
They were beauty poops.
Wow.
They were,
Since
they were pooties.
Uh-huh.
I also did a 7-day juice cleanse, which was interesting.
fuck.
Oh.
What
were
did
you
that do
drinking?
to you?
It-
Was it like the cayenne pepper lemon juice thing?
no, it did like it was like a package that
Like
Okay.
the
you
celery
bought.
juice shit?
Dude. So there was like a vanilla vegan protini that you drank in the morning.
Did you say proteiny?
Protini.
Mm.
There was a beet mixture
Mm.
that's tasted like straight fucking dirt.
Like,
Like if you're playing out in the yard
Yeah.
and you fucking eat it
Yeah.
and your mouth, that's what it tastes like.
Oh.
Just straight fucking dirt.
Ugh.
Then there was a vegetable drink. The beet tasted like dirt. The vegetable drink was 5 times worse than the fucking beet was. I didn't drink the last 2. Like
Yeah.
it was fucking vile. So the last 2 were over the weekend, and my wife's sitting there. She's like, "Just plug your nose and drink it." And the thought
Just
of drinking it made me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Like I was literally telling her, I'm like, "Shut up!"
I had to drink this stuff to get a CAT scan once. It was called barium.
I've drinking it.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
what
to do that.
what you just reminded me of. Like you talking about that was just it just brought
just-
it back.
I couldn't force that, and I'm reading it. So then there was that. So then you would drink another of these vanilla protini things, and then you would drink a pineapple chia cleanse at the end,
And chia stuff.
which
Chia
those 2 weren't bad.
Chia
Yeah.
seeds will those will power wash your insides.
They
Right
do.
there.
They just go
I
through
didn't
like a
shit.
scraper.
I didn't shit for like 2 days. I
Really?
thought, yeah, it was weird. Like I thought I was just gonna be just shit. Like my wife was like, she was in Seattle. And she was like, "I'm glad I'm not here for this fucking chia cleanse, because I don't want to know what's coming out of your asshole." But it was weird. But what it showed me is that we eat just way too many calories.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I
100%.
was not happy when I was on the juice cleanse,
Yeah.
because you would eat one clean meal, which that wound up being like a piece of salmon and some leafy greens. So ultimately, I was probably consuming 600 calories,
Yeah.
7 during the day for like 7 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the thing, is like I ate like afterwards. I made like a like the next day after, I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with like those sandwich thins.
Uh-huh.
All right, so just like,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
and
nothing.
I ate that sandwich. I was just like, ugh. Like, God, I'm so full. And it's like it was like that same feeling that I would get at like if I went to Five Guys
Yeah.
and like pounded down like a double burger and like a massive wad of fries, like a 1,800 calorie meal.
Yeah.
Well, everybody. So like when we were cutting weight for wrestling, everybody would always talk about shrinking your stomach.
Yeah.
You know, and it sounds like that's kind of what the cleanse does. Is like since your stomach doesn't have to expand to accommodate like a shit ton of food, I wonder if it like over the week maybe atrophies.
It
You know,
shrinks
like-
down and your body gets used to it. That's what like I used to do MetaFast. So MetaFast was like 5 pre-packaged meals, and it's like a bag of fucking like crisps or like a shake that you make.
Mm-hmm.
They had like some soups and some chilies and shit like that, and it was basically all just like cardboard food. It was vitamin enriched food because like you're cutting all this shit out of your diet, so you need the vitamins. And then you're just eating cardboard that just is like putting something in your stomach basically, and you eat one meal a day that's like lean and green. And over like 2 months during that, I probably lost like 40 pounds
Yeah.
in 2 months. I felt good after it. The problem is I just went back to eating super nachos at the end, so
All right.
that didn't really change
Yeah,
it.
you can't go back to eating the super notches all the
They're
time.
fucking good, Bill.
I mean, I said all the time.
Fuck
Last day I was on my cleanse. My fucking wife comes walking in with some carne asada fries from fucking Philly Bertos.
Oh God.
it
It was like so my birthday he brought over this fucking it was my birthday. Thanks for the happy birthday. By
No
the way.
problem.
Yeah. He brought over this fucking cupcake cake
Yeah,
and a bunch of bubbly water,
I did.
and it was just like it was the softest thing to bring a 32-year-old man
It's because you're a soft boy.
I am a soft boy.
You're a soft boy, and you
Not
need
a-
soft treats.
Not enough people know that I'm a soft boy.
Yeah.
And I'm
Because
here
you
to
run
tell
around
you.
and fucking yell at everybody all the time.
Well, they deserve it.
No, don't worry.
Fuck
Bill's
that.
soft.
The fucking people I yell at, they need to. I don't yell at anybody. Who do I yell at? When did I yell? When's the last time I yelled at somebody?
I kept you from yelling at that guy the other night.
I kept you from punching him in the face.
That's true. That's fair.
What happened the other
That's very
night?
Matt, so we recorded our 100th episode as a live episode.
Yeah.
You're-
Sorry I missed that.
This is actually episode 99 right now.
Oh shit.
Yep. So that
Wow.
we're getting a little meta here. If you weren't at episode 100, this is the inside scoop. Some dude like fucking like old gross gay. He looked like Elton John if Elton John like didn't become a star and like just became, like a like
could
an
have
old,
been something.
yeah, like an old
Now I'm
bitter
at
gay
third
guy that just
space.
wants
Old,
to touch
lecherous.
people. He was
like-
so bad.
And hitting on much younger men, which is fine, but doing it in a really fucking gross way.
Apparently,
And the whole time the fucking show was going on, he was at the bar, and the bar was insane because it was the last night of Third Space.
Yeah.
It
and
was
he's
just- it
like
was
literally
chaos.
screaming the entire time.
And like Tony Tripoli went over and told him to shut up. Several other people went to told him to shut up. We were yelling at him from the stage to tell him to shut up, and he just wouldn't, which
No.
was fine. Whatever. I'm standing outside afterwards. He comes up to me and like tries to start nagging me to hit on me. He was like, "You were really rude to me," and I was like, "Well, you were being a real fucking asshole." We were trying to fucking do something, and we asked you to be quiet several times, and you wouldn't shut the fuck up. So, I mean,
When was I about to yell at him? It was
at that point, you were about to
I
yell
was
at him
gonna yell
at
at
that
him.
point.
I was just gonna yell at him, and then
He walked away.
give me that.
What?
I want my hat. Thank you.
You want me here?
I need my hat. I'm a soft boy. He walked away. He came back by smoking a cigarette at one point, and I asked him for a cigarette because I was out of cigarettes and I was fucking wasted, and I needed
Well,
a cigarette.
Now, why? Okay.
He
fine.
invited
He's
Satan back into his
re-engaging.
life.
Yeah, you're.
Listen. Totally fine.
He knew what he was doing.
I
He's
knew what
like-
I was doing.
He's
He was like,
made a call.
"So are we okay now?" I'm like, "We're not okay, but I'm not as mad at you anymore."
More on the
And
road.
I said, continue on with the rest of your evening. He comes up again at one point and tries to grab my beard. And at that point is when Bill had to keep me from punching this guy in the face.
And so I'd never seen a look like that in Matt's eye.
Yeah.
But
And it was just, I mean, like
it's like when we tell women, like, you were asking for it. You were asking for it. You fucking asked him for a cigarette.
I asked him for a
You
cigarette.
told him go fuck him. You told him he was an asshole. He was
Right.
looking for attention.
Right. I asked him
Then
for
he
a
comes
cigarette.
by. You gave him attention. You're like, hey, can I have a cigarette? Oh, are we okay?
But I did
Oh,
tell him.
no.
I did tell him to go fuck himself after I got
Mhm.
the cigarette.
You're sending mixed signals. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like it was being
Give
pretty
me
clear.
something, but fuck yourself.
Absolutely.
Come here,
I
but
mean,
fuck off.
No, it was seriously.
I
just give me
need
a-
you, but go away.
Give me a cigarette, but go fuck yourself.
you deserve him trying to touch you for the cigarette.
He
Like,
deserves to be punched in the face.
does he?
Yeah,
He just tried to
absolutely.
touch. He just tried to touch you.
Yeah.
Maybe not a
Yeah.
punch in the face. Maybe a
For all-
gentle shove.
For all the cocks that he's grabbed before,
Doug,
he deserves
apparently
to be punched in the face.
he tries to put his finger in the former owner of Third Space. God rest its soul. He tries to put his finger in Richie's ass every time he sees him.
Has Richie fucked him up for that?
No, Richie's too nice. He's just too sweet. He would never fucking. He tells him not to, I'm sure, but yeah, his.
I shouldn't have asked him for a cigarette.
You
I
shouldn't
should have gotten a cigarette somewhere else. However, in my inebriated state,
the moral
it
of the
seemed like
story.
this motherfucker owes me a cigarette.
No, I know. I've been.
The moral of the story is
I've dealt with drunk logic.
Don't let the devil back into your life after you got him out. You know, like
I just love when people heckle at shows and come up afterwards and, oh, you were great, you were funny, I had
Oh,
such
yeah.
a good
you
time.
were
What the
a
fuck?
fucking ball sack. How about that? Like, you were so weird, and I'm so mad I had to deal with you. That's to every person that's ever said a thing on stage. Like, fuck you guys.
I remember when I was a kid, one of the first like vivid memories of something not adding up is my parents, me and my dad and my mom, we took a small trip somewhere, and she was just arguing the whole time, screaming, yelling, just blah, blah, blah. And then we got to where we were going. And they're like, how was the trip over? And I was like, it was so beautiful. We just had the best time. I'm like, no, we didn't. It was terrible, actually.
Were you on that trip with me?
Yeah, it was like, what did...
So your mom was one of the people that comes up to you after you fucking bombed and go, good set.
Oh, first time my mom ever came and saw me do comedy, she heckled me.
Oh,
What?
God.
Yeah, I had to shut her down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just in the back of the room. It was at the comedy spot, so the room is not very deep. She's probably at the wall from where I'm sitting now.
Could you see her?
Just drunk as fuck. Well, this was the other thing, is that my mom, growing up, I did a lot of, I was did theater in high school and did theater in college. My mom would never come to any of my shows.
Really?
Well, because she couldn't drink during them.
Okay.
And she would have to show up fucked up as she needed to be at the beginning of the show, which was always a problem.
Yeah.
Because then she would be at my high school drunk and kind of wandering. So it was like mom's gift to God when I started working in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
She could fucking drink. And I never went to a movie theater when I was a kid with my mom because we had to go to the drive-in so that she could smoke and drink while she watched the movie. Like there was no, like when Terminator 2 came out, like, I'm
Mama
like, I want to see
Hoenscheidt
this.
is a fucking bad bitch.
Oh.
Like, you just got to say, but you got to stop heckling, lady.
Just a peach, but yeah, I had to shut her down. I'm like, you got to stop, Mom, and everybody laughed. I'm like,
died,
no, it's my mom.
No, it's really my
You
mom.
need to stop.
Just shut up. Shut up, Janet.
It's just so funny, and the thing you said was right. Thanks. I need you to stop talking now, because I've got to do this. And yeah, she's only come and seen me do comedy once. Well,
That's amazing.
twice. No, I think like 3 times. The other 3 times, she kind of stood in the corner. And
So
quiet.
my mom's seen me a few times, and my mom like strikes me as a heckler because she's always got something to say.
yeah.
But she never has heckled. She just has like she'll talk to somebody next to her though. Like she'll be talking to the person next to her the entire time like someone's on stage. If she doesn't respect that comic, she talks through their set like 100%, and then she'll like fucking tag their joke, and it's normally funnier than what they've done. But I invited her to a bingo and brews. I had her at bingo, so she was like encouraged to talk.
Yeah.
So I just had a moment where I got to fuck my mom up on stage.
I thought you were going
And-
to say you got to fuck your mom on stage, which is like, ugh.
Why would you even say
That's
that?
I
what
don't
it
know.
sounded like it was going to say.
Oh,
Fucking
buddy.
When
know
I
what
met
you
his
do.
mom, she had a little bit of chutzpah.
How
She does have
dare
chutzpah.
both
I'm
of
just
you?
saying.
I'm going to
I
have
am
sex with my mom
mortified
someday.
for my mother.
There
I
was
thought we were just
somebody-
sharing
there was somebody
stories
that was
about
some
fucking
kind of-
roasting your mom while you're on stage,
There-
and here you guys are fucking putting badness into the world.
There was some relative to your mother that wanted to follow his fucking ass one night at Third Space. Like he was going someplace. You had left. You had gone to do another show, and they're like, "Well, where's William?" I'm like, "He took off." And I don't know if it was an aunt or something, but she was eyeing Matt.
Oh, yeah?
She was feeling it.
Really?
Oh,
You
I
don't
didn't
remember
know
this?
No.
No, you were going home. Like you were done for the evening.
Yeah.
And they wanted to go someplace else.
Oh,
And
what
when
the
I was
fuck?
done, I was out. And there was
I think
I don't
that was
remember who
probably,
it was.
That was probably
some heat.
probably
Heater.
Donna.
Yeah, they were
Yeah?
like, well,
Probably
where are you
Donna.
going?
Santana?
Where
Yeah.
are you going?
Oh, man, I don't remember this at all.
I mean, he's a handsome man.
let's
Yes.
let's
look
fuck
at
Aunt
that.
Donna.
Look at that pointy nose of
Let's do
his.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
he's just
I'm
got,
in.
He's just got
If you
great
can
facial
bang anybody
features.
in Bill's family,
Ooh, God,
do it.
You gotta.
Oh, 100%.
Buddy-
Like my goal is set on his mother. Like my
Buddy,
goal has
yeah.
always been set on his
I will
mother.
stab you
Just so
if
that
you
I can
come
say that. but-
anywhere near any family member. of
I'd
mine, I will
plow his mom.
fucking-
I'll tell you
I will
that.
Yeah,
fucking
100%.
gouge your goddamn eyeballs out and put them so far up your
What
ass
if you made your mom happy?
that you can see your own bullshit.
Your mom's gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if mom was?
Leave my fucking mom
Your
alone.
mom's gonna come like she's never come before.
I don't want to think about that.
You don't have
well,
to
you know
think
what?
about it.
No,
You know
she's
what?
not. No,
You
she's not.
don't have
Because
to
you
think
don't
about it.
have the fucking hog my old man did. I fucking
That's
saw my
not-
dad's piece, and that thing was just, it was monstrous.
Maybe
You don't have it.
Were you
don't
about to kiss
got
your
it.
lips over your dad's
gonna-
dick?
Yeah, it
I
was- it
saw
was
my
that
dad's
good.
dick.
I
and
saw my
mwah!
dick.
It was,
Manja.
it was so good.
I would take that dick.
That's
wouldn't-
a dick, Dad. Hey,
I mean,
ho!
I was proud. I was like, that's my pa. You know,
I just can't wait for the day when I do have sex with your mom.
Maybe
And
it's
then-
not
you better
about
hurry up. She's like
Maybe
70.
it's not about having a massive hog. Maybe it's Matt taking your mom in her arms and like looking her dead in her eyes and laying her down and making sweet, passionate love to her.
Okay, well, you know,
And her
that
just fucking toes just
I
going
would
like
be-
that.
I would be
and
really
just,
sad.
you
If
know.
that happened, like,
Oh,
I'd be really sad.
Matthew, hand me
Actually-
the Vagisil. Oh, God. Ah!
Did you have to say Vagisil?
I'm pretty good about being in the moment, Bill.
Did you have to say Vagisil?
I like to make the lady.
And then just, William, Matthew and I have something we need to discuss with you.
I would be so mad.
You want your mother to be happy, don't you,
I
William?
would be so mad.
I would. I'm not all for marriage, but I would marry your mom just to be your stepdad.
Yeah.
100%.
I know. And
Just to
then
make
and
him
then-
stand there
no,
next
and then
to
he
you
would-
and the
he would-
fucking and his picking ugly fucking tux for him to wear.
Yes.
He would
and then he
fu-
has
and then
to
he'd
stand there.
disinherit me.
Yes.
He would disinherit me.
100%. I would take all of his mother's money.
Yep.
Yep, and
Yeah.
leave him destitute.
Fuck. God damn it.
William,
Make me-
quit calling me William, man.
And you know what would suck too is my brother.
Quit calling
my
me
brother
Matt.
would be
I'm
all
Dad.
about it. My brother would be all about it.
Man.
He'd be like, I fucking love this guy. Of course, yeah, that's fine. Mom's happy. You know, she's got someone to shovel the walkway.
We would have so much fun, me and Dan. You would hate me, but me and Dan,
I
we would,
already do.
we would be
I
a
already-
fantastic
Bill, why are you
father-son.
such a dickhead to Dad? The fuck is wrong with you?
He's a good dad, Bill.
He makes Mom happy, and not just sexually. Like he's a cool guy, but he does rail Mom. I've heard it.
I want everybody to know I'm dying a little bit inside.
Why?
This keeps going because this sucks.
What does it
I'm
suck?
not talking about fucking your mom.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I don't want
If
to.
Matt were to,
I
I mean, I
respect
wouldn't.
her.
I like you, Matt. I wouldn't
you.
want you to fuck my mom. But if you were, I mean, if he made her happy, which that would consist of buying her alcohol. I mean, that's
I'm
really
good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where to get it.
my beer, Matthew? It's right here. Your friend Matt is the nicest man I've ever met. He brings me my alcohol.
What is your mom?
It's
what's,
much better than your father.
What's mom's drink of choice? And are your mother and father still together?
No, well, my dad has passed on.
Okay.
They got divorced when I was probably about 3. They were,
Okay.
yeah, they were hostile. Interesting thing about my mom. My mom's drink of choice used to be Sutter Home Cabernet Sauvignon.
Shit.
Sutter Home is that's just a real choice label
Yeah.
that you get normally in the middle of an aisle
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
It
there's
is
cases of it.
They just barely decided
great
not to put
vintage.
that shit in a box.
Yeah.
Just
barely.
It was just worth a bottle.
Yeah, they use that same glass that they use to make like gas station bongs. It's just super thin. You know, it breaks very easily.
So Mom would kill. So,
So bongs
Mom
can't
was
stab each other.
Mom was a bartender, and Mom would clock out at 5 o'clock from this side of the bar, and then walk right over to the other side of the
With
bar.
most
Yeah.
bartenders.
While the men that wanted to fuck her bought her drinks
Yeah.
for a couple hours before she came home. Then she would
Genius.
come home with a bottle of her Cabernet Sauvignon. And
He's-
I used to think, I'll tell you a story on 51st.
That's a red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever get stained teeth?
Well, I mean, she also smoked like a chimney. I mean, she
I had
wasn't
this-
a fucking
I mean,
tooth
I had
model.
this-
I can tell you that,
Dude,
much.
I had this lady who had like blood. She was a wino, and her teeth were stained like fucking purple.
Hmm.
Like I've never seen anybody with like wine stained teeth like that. And hers
If you
were
drink
just-
2 bottles of red, you're gonna have a purple mouth. That's just the way it is.
yeah,
Hmm.
and it was a Merlot.
It's
I
fucking red.
think that's
It's
a
dark.
deeper red.
Yeah. On
No,
51st
no.
51st Avenue in Indian School, I used to have Maryville Mall over there, and my mom worked at the Dirty Drummer, and across the way there was an arcade called the Gold Mine, and I thought I was the coolest kid ever because the men at the bar that my mom worked at would just hand me piles of quarters to go over and play at the Gold Mine. I just over there constantly. I'd walk over, they'd hand me another. Just fucking one guy would just give me
Jesus.
rolls of them.
That's fucking.
There you go. It wasn't until years
He's-
later that I realized those guys were trying to fuck my mom.
Yeah.
And they
That
just
was
didn't want.
the
They didn't like me.
That was the guy that was trying the hardest. That she never got it. I guarantee he never got it. The roll of quarters guy.
Yeah.
No,
He never got it.
no, it's
That's
never
too much.
Yeah, it's never. it's never the dude that is really doing the thing. The guy that she wound up with for years and years was the fucking cook at the Dirty Drummer. So they had all these contractors and shit, giving her, these guys own their own businesses, all this stuff, giving me quarters, buying her drinks. They're walking out of there,
Yeah.
fucking easily $50
And
light.
she brought the cook home.
And she took the cook home. I always felt bad about that a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, so anyways.
Well, so James, tell us why that made you feel bad.
Well, because they
You thought
didn't.
your mom could do better?
Well, no, it made me feel bad for the guy because I thought they liked me.
Yeah.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
Like they were just giving me quarters because I was a cool dude.
Okay.
But listen,
Come to realize, that,
you did get to play a shit ton of arcade
No.
games.
Yeah, man.
dude.
Like,
yeah.
were you good?
During a
Did you ever get good at
Great
it?
period of arcade
No.
games
No.
too. There's some
No.
good stuff.
Oh
back
yeah,
then.
Afterburner. That was when Afterburner was
Fucking
out.
love
That
it.
There was
game
like
was
all
dope.
the great Street Fighters. Like they all.
This was a
started
little
coming out.
before Street
Was it?
Fighter. I'm trying to remember.
What
the-
years? What years is
Well,
this?
Golden Axe?
Like
this
70s,
probably would have been. Actually,
80s?
you know what? It's probably a little before Afterburner too. Late, mid 80s,
Mid 80s.
84 or
There's still
5.
Street Fighter 2 still out.
No.
Street Fighter
84.
2 I played when I was living back in Kansas and I was in middle school, so that would have been
I was playing that in 92,
80.
93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say
No,
89,
I'm saying when
90.
it first came out in the arcade.
Right.
Maybe that was
Maybe
just
90.
Japan though. I don't know.
Were,
know.
were you in
Fucking
Japan?
Jesus
Maybe.
Christ. You're
Maybe.
fucking wee bullshit again.
This fucking
Go fuck
yeah, this
yourself with the Wii
this
bullshit,
fucking
okay?
when he's obviously off on his timeline. Well, that's when it came out in Japan, and it wasn't popularized in the
Fucking
United
damn.
States until 3 years later.
I'm glad that you noticed that too.
Hold
When
on.
Kuri Kurashama
Go
came
fuck yourself.
over,
Here,
and
talk amongst
I know
yourself.
that's not a name, Kuri Kurashama. Something you read off a fucking soybean bottle or something.
Something he would say though. I like how you call it
Holy
out too,
shit.
because he's like, "This is real fucking vague. Here's some real vague facts about stuff that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about." He's
Well-
like, "Let me Google it. Let me Google it on my phone." He's like, "Well, okay."
Watch. Is that what he's doing now?
Yeah, no,
Googling
he's
this
absolutely
shit.
Googling it.
Mm,
That's what he started doing
Yeah.
to prove that
When
he's
your
a smart
pseudo
boy.
intellectual bullshit got called on. That's the thing is you can't just shift gears and start trying to sound smart because everybody knows that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
We know you're just quoting something that you saw on television last night
Oh, okay.
or that
What's that, Bill?
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh,
Nothing.
you didn't find out anything?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah,
well, why don't you
didn't- yeah.
fucking shut your dumb mouth?
yeah. He was like, that's another fun thing that that my mom used to do. She would watch nature programs,
Yeah.
and you could kind of hear them in the background. So you would like hear from the room. She'd be back there in her cave, and every once in a while you'd be like, "I'm the flamingo," and when the flamingo, So you'd know it's about flamingos. About 15 minutes later, she'd come stumbling down the hall and stop in the living room, and she'd go, "Honey, do you know why flamingos' feathers are pink?" Like, no, I don't. You don't know why flamingos' feathers are pink? No, and you didn't know until 5 minutes ago, you fucking drunk. Flamingos' feathers are pink because of the krill that they eat in the water. It makes the feathers pink. It's what they eat. Thanks for proving your intellectual superiority over everybody in the room with a fact you learned 5 minutes ago. Congratulations on remembering it on the walk down the fucking hall.
All right. I'll admit my Street Fighter timeline was very off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
87 for original Street Fighter, August 30th, 87, and then 91. So
Okay.
good
Yeah.
job, man. Good job.
Yeah,
I will admit defeat in this moment.
I used to go like there was a point in time when most of the cult had gone to Payson, and like I was like the only family left down here. I was like the only kid left. Like all the kids my age, they all moved to Payson. And so my dad would give me like $5 to like sweep off the back fucking patio, and I would just say, "Take me to Golfland," because on Saturdays, $5 you got to sit and play fucking arcade games for like 5 hours.
What?
And I would just fucking sit in Golfland for 5 hours playing video games.
That sounds
all by
pretty
myself.
fantastic.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was so good.
You know, they do those.
We
They
didn't
do
have a
those
good
play
we had
things
like a shit arcade.
like at the Dave and Buster's now,
Yeah.
and they do those. But the games, they're just not as fun to me anymore. I don't know.
Nothing's
There's no.
good.
Yeah, I mean, there's just better shit on my. I'd rather just play PS4 at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
yeah.
nothing to go to that joy of riding your bike or walking for like a mile to hope to get to that convenience store to hope that somebody's not on Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That you don't have to stand there in a fucking line.
Yeah.
That or there's that one dude that's just running people.
Or Area 51, the
shooter game.
Oh, it was such a good one. I always still to this day.
It wasn't Afterburner, it was Top Gun. That was the flying video game. The Afterburner was the sit down one that
to this
came
day
later.
I'll if I see a big buck hunter in the bar, like I'll ask whoever I'm with, like, hey, do you want to go play buck hunter? Like, I still like going to play that game.
Buck Hunter, I enjoy some Buck Hunter, but
I've never liked to play a video game of something I can actually go do.
I grew up hunting, and I had a bar at one point, and I had big buck hunter in the bar, and it was Safari. Oh, dude, every fucking night I'd turn it on to free play, and I'd just sit there like till probably like 4 a.m.
It's a shocker that you don't have a bar anymore.
Well, I mean,
You gonna help us clean, Bill?
it was after.
There's a water buffalo I'm about to shoot. Shut up.
I'm playing Buck Hunter.
It was after close. It was after everything
Shut
was
up.
done.
Nobody gives a shit. I was making a fucking joke. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fucking. I hope that spills all over your floor.
I tightened the cap.
Dog.
yeah.
It's like,
Asshole.
thanks, Dad. You're
Fucking-
being a twat, and
No,
I'm the one's gonna pay the price for
he's
it.
fine. He's fine. He was far enough away. He's used to dodging stuff.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's is a fucking joke. I fucking
Never. Yeah.
It's an arcade it's a fucking casino for little kids.
Yeah.
And then like when they first opened up, they were pretty fucking dope because it was like the first place I can go drink beer and play like fucking Madden. You know, I can go play fucking Blitz because they still had like all those old cool games.
Yeah.
And then they turned it into, oh, we have to do this whole fucking ticket thing. So most of at least 3/4 of those games are all just to get you to fucking get tickets.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't even make sense. The way they do it with the fucking credits on the cards, there's no way to like be like, how many fucking dollars is this actually that I'm spending? They have it put in such a weird fucking way that you can't even.
Well, yeah,
figure
but
it out.
they're counting on you, not do. I mean, who does the fucking math? I mean, you're spending $100 in video games so you can go into the game room and buy a $20 waffle maker.
Yeah. It's dumb.
I always thought my dad was the biggest twat because he would never try to buy win me shit
Yeah.
at the fair.
And
He'd be
then
like,
you
I could
realize, like-
fucking buy it for you
Yeah.
for as much money as it would cost for me to sit here and try to win it from this fucking asshole. Why don't son of a bitch if he wasn't right?
Do you
That's
ever
very
do you ever
right.
watch any of that, like how they rig games, like how they rig carnival games?
Yeah.
Everything? Like it's pretty interesting how they actually do it. Like the basketball shoot ones, like they oblong the rim, and then they like I think it's like a 14-foot hoop as opposed to like
Yeah.
11. And it's just like they do weird shit with perception, So fuck those people. Like, I'm at the fair to have fun, and then they sit there and just cheat me. Like,
I mean,
That's not fu- that's
I
not
always
fair.
remember winning shit at the fair.
did you? I
Oh
never
yeah,
wanna
the
go to
fucking
that
the
thing.
darts with the balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won shit from that all the time.
Well,
Never,
yeah,
ever.
but you had that
Fucking easy.
fucking cult field worker retard string.
That's true,
who
I
were just
did.
probably like,
I
just
did.
throwing those fucking darts.
I
It's
just
like,
I
who's this
mowed
man baby?
I mowed lawns, and at the fair we had like the South Park-esque weapon stand.
Oh
Like where the guy's selling like Zippos and fucking like switchblade knives and stuff. And I would go spend like $50-$60 there and just buy like fucking all
lighters
these
and
shitty
switchblades.
Yep. All these shitty weapons and like
starting
fucking,
fires and stabbing squirrels
I
all over town.
never started any fires. I just had a thing for Zippos. I don't know why.
Yeah,
And then
I always had a thing for Zippos too.
They're cool.
they were cool. And then with the knives and stuff, I just liked fucking with them. I never stabbed anybody. I never killed any animals. Like I did kill an animal.
What'd you kill?
I rolled over onto my pet bird on accident.
You fucking fat piece of shit.
I was asleep. He used to come down and sit on my shoulder, and I just rolled over on him one night. I woke up and my bird was in my bed next to me, dead.
I love
And I-
sitting on my daddy at night, sitting here spending daddy, daddy, daddy,
Oh God, why? Oh, by the way, everybody, this is James Hoenscheidt.
Hey, what's up, James?
and this is
Hoenscheidt?
Meat
Oh,
Sweats.
Thanks for introducing me. I appreciate that.
Only
welcome.
40-something minutes in.
Yeah.
I think that's the longest we've gone so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Second place, James Hoenscheidt today.
Hey, listen, I expected to be last place today, and the fact
How
that...
did you think that you were? Have you been weighing yourself?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
He's not been doing anything.
I've been doing absolutely nothing.
He's not running. He's not
Nope.
fucking using his rower. Actually, she took that, didn't she?
Took the rower.
Fuck.
It was her rower.
Well, I mean, so he's not been doing anything.
No.
He's just been going to champions and fucking drinking as such.
Yep.
And
That's about it.
fucking like just making all kinds
Were you
of bad
depressed for a while?
decisions.
Were you not eating because of depression?
I kind of have this thing in my head where it's like, on days where I'm like, I'm probably going to drink a lot today,
Yeah.
so I probably won't eat a lot. But no, here's the thing. Like, after I went to the Champions the other day, I went to fucking Lulu's Tacos and ate like a bean burrito and 2 fucking tacos and drank a Coke. I mean, I don't know. I went to Filibero's yesterday.
I'm
gotta
going
cut
to
the-
a Lone Star this evening.
Are
Fuck
you?
yeah,
you
you
going
are.
to Lone Star?
I'm getting that bone-in ribeye.
I gotta-
Motherfucker.
I gotta. I keep going to Chiba Hut. I go to Chiba Hut a lot.
Yeah.
And I need to cut that out. Like, as much as I hate to say it, I need to stop eating the Cheebs.
It's too good.
What's there at Chiba Hut that's...
I mean,
A
I can go
grip
get
of
a salad
calories.
and stuff,
Yeah.
but I hate like going to a restaurant and ordering a salad because it's just like just make it at home, bitch.
Well, it's not like he eats the small sandwich. He eats the biggest
Yeah,
sandwich
eat a
that they
blunt.
have. Yeah, he
And
eats a
That's
blunt.
the other, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
And I
which is-
slather it up with fucking mayo,
He eats
and
a bag
Yeah.
of chips.
I eat a
yeah.
bag of chips, and I drink like fucking 2-3 things of Kool-Aid.
You know something I discovered that was genius? You know Mad Greens?
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
So I ordered a wrap from them about
Yeah.
like a month and a half ago. So they take all the shit that's in a wrap and they put it in a bowl
hmm
and they toss it like it's a salad.
Yeah.
So they put like the dressing in there and stuff and they toss everything. Then they put it back in the wrap and roll it. So it's all evenly dispersed and everything. This is the most ingenious shit
Yeah.
that I've ever seen of how to make a wrap. They just put
Oh,
it
yeah.
on there and then they wrap it up. Like, son of a bitch, that's ingenious.
that just sounds like standard wrap technique.
No.
Well, you go to Salad and Go at all?
No.
Salad and Go is fantastic. It's like
Do they do wraps there too?
They do wraps there too. It's all organic. You can get any of their salads. You can get it as a wrap, and they just fucking throw all the shit. They shake it up, throw it in a fucking wrap, and there you go. It's a salad and a fucking tortilla. But everything's like fucking no calories. It's all fucking organic. It's cheap as shit too. And it's
Yeah.
drive through. It's fucking fast.
God, I need to go to these places.
Salad and
No,
Go.
you keep going to Chiba Hut.
Yeah, keep Chiba Hutting it.
Yeah, and you get the massive serves 2.5 sandwich.
The next weigh-in, I'm gonna destroy you both so bad.
No, that's great.
No, well, the thing is that so you came in now, so you have finished second and third. The time that you finished second, you lost 0.4 pounds. Okay, so he gained 9 pounds.
I did. When I lost, I gained 9 pounds.
So you're talking shit. Like, that was the first thing. When we first started this, he was like, well, I used to be a wrestler. I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
fucking kill you guys.
Yeah.
And he lost 20 pounds. And I guarantee you shit before I came over.
No, I didn't. I pooped this morning.
No, I'm saying before this weigh-in. The only reason you lost 0.4 pounds is because you took a shit.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
that was true. That
Right.
was true. That
Or
was
you
true.
would have been fucking even or over. You
I
would have
did-
been like 0.1 over.
I did take a poop that day, like
Yeah.
right before that day, and I remember it. I remember
Yeah.
that dump.
Which that was the thing. I was sitting there all day. I'm thinking, man, I need to get a shit coming. What's happening here? Nothing came. So, anyways, you have come in second with 0.4 pounds and then fucking lost, and you're talking shit like you're gonna destroy people.
I'm going to. I'm
Okay.
going to.
I
You're
mean,
done.
like,
You're fucking
He
done.
lost more weight by fucking accident.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
On Sunday, what was it?
I
Saturday
don't
night?
like that.
When did we do the podcast? Saturday. Night?
Saturday.
I don't know how much I drank.
He was blacked out.
A ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
The next day, I had a giant fucking breakfast burrito, followed by probably a bottle of wine and a bunch of fucking bruschetta and shit later in the afternoon.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not doing anything good.
I hate.
Maybe
you.
it's cancer. Maybe I have cancer.
Well, keep
I
it
hope
up,
so.
bud.
I hope so too.
You know, that's working for you.
Yeah,
so just
no,
keep
listen.
eating and drinking.
I'm not gonna stop. I can't stop now. Like, look at that. Look how much weight I just lost, guys.
That 4th of July that we were at,
Yeah.
That was a great 4th of July.
I got so fucking drunk there.
Did you?
I was sick for like 3 days afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
Can't drink anymore.
I can't do that to myself anymore.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
I missed
When I
drinking
saw
so
you there
much.
too, I was like, "Oh man, he's just back from like Pennsylvania too," and I could tell you were like eating and drinking when you were out there, weren't you?
Okay, so let me tell you about Pennsylvania.
You were puffy, and I was confident at this weigh-in. You were puffy.
Pennsylvania has a convenience store in it called Sheetz. Sheetz.
I've heard of Sheets.
Sheetz is to Quick Trip what Quick Trip is to Circle K.
Okay, so just another level.
They had a burrito there. They called it a quesarito.
Oh fuck.
So it was a quesadilla on the outside of a burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a little computer thing that you could. It was fun because there was a section called Mexicana. It was just. It was terrible. It was
Oh,
horrible what these
God.
people think is Mexican food.
Oh God.
But I mean, this thing.
That's a Trump state for you.
Oh, it was just that, and it's in the redneck side. It was
Yeah.
watching where Royer grew up was eye opening.
Oh yeah.
I bet. Oh,
We
I
went
bet.
to the Walmart, and there were fucking Amish there.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus
rural
Christ.
Pennsylvania is like that.
But they drove to
Those
the
are-
fucking Walmart.
those
Okay.
are different. Those
Mennonites?
Are, those
Those
are
Mennonites?
Mennonites.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Those are Mennonites or
But
Hooter-
it's like
or
they're
Hooterites.
not actually they're just cosplaying at this point.
Yeah.
Because you're
Kind of.
not
Some of
actually
them.
on it. You're just dressing up like you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had like a fucking horse buggy, like a trailer park thing that you could park your
horse and buggy.
horse and buggy over there. Shit all in it. They don't pick up after their
They don't
horses.
pick up the poop.
Fuck no. Just turds. You know who it
Well,
was.
did they have? Well, does Walmart supply like a receptacle for the turds?
I'm sure that, or you
like
should
a-
probably bring one with you. When
like
I
a
walk my
please-
dog, I carry a bag with me
Yeah,
because I
I
know
guess
it's
you're
going
right.
to shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buggying it, like you should
I don't
pick
know.
up your horse.
Have you ever seen a
dookies.
horse cop clean up after his horse?
He never does.
They don't.
They don't.
No
They
one-
don't.
No
No.
one cleans up after their horses.
No, they just
Anytime
let
you
horse
go-
dookie go.
You go to a fucking parade where there's fucking
Yeah.
horses, they just shit all over the place. Now
They
the
don't have
parade-
like the shit bag behind it that it
No.
shits
No.
into.
No.
no, and
Somebody
those
should
things,
write that cop a ticket.
Those they should.
Absolutely.
If a cop's horse dumps and he doesn't clean it, like if a cop's like coming down your boulevard, you know, and the horse shits, the cop you could find.
Yeah.
If
That's-
I
that's-
was
that's
someplace where there
pollution.
was a cop horse walking around, I would get my own horse and I'd give it fucking laxative, and I would just walk around behind, just letting it shit all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck's the difference between me and you? What's this horse just spraying all over the fucking place?
Get some on the cop.
Me feeding it while I'm walking it. Here, eat more.
Yeah.
With a
You got
big
one of those-
long spoon feeding it.
No, you
chili
got one of
and
those
shit.
bags on its face, you know, where they just
Yeah.
put it on there.
Just fucking oat bag it. What? Tell us more about Sheets. Quesaritos. What else?
Oh,
they got?
so anyways, it was just glorious. It was this massive fucking burrito that they gave you. Gene Moore, that fat little fuck, like he was just in heaven. He was
He
God,
is such a fat fucker.
Oh, he's the thing is that
I tried to
Gene-
get Tony Tripoli to bring me some of the Mexican diet pills that he got for Gene, and he just fucking he wouldn't.
It's just the thing is that Gene's fat in his heart.
Yeah,
Like that'll just never.
that's what's gonna probably kill him is the fat in his heart. Actually,
Well, because he does these things. He does things, and so when we were in Pittsburgh, they put fries and everything. I ordered a salad,
they put fries in
fries in it.
Get the fuck out
They
of
put
here.
Steak
fries in your salad?
Yeah, just piled up. I don't have my phone with me, but I
You
took a picture of it. Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. But there was when I went for a work thing, and I went and watched a Penguins game,
Mm.
and I had noticed that there were fries and everything, but like the shortest line was something weird. It was like a gyro place or something like that, and I remember getting
A euro with fries in it.
yeah, like the ethnic food, and it had fucking fries in it.
Jesus Christ.
And I looked at it, and I looked at the girl that was running the thing.
A
I'm like, "Do you
gyro's
guys
not-
put fries in everything?"
Can
And she's
you
like,
really- Can you really call a euro ethnic anymore?
"Well, yeah. I mean, it's
It's Greek.
it's Greek. Well, I mean, it's not like a bastardized American
yeah.
cuisine. I mean, it is.
It kind of is.
Well, it's been bastardized, but it's still, it's like, well, like if I were to ask you, you know, what's a hamburger?
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm not going to say it's
American.
German.
Yeah, it's not German. It's not, but you know, a taco's Mexican. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had,
Yeah.
you know, we've pretty much Americanized tacos. I saw a thing the other night
We've
about
Americanized pizza.
a pizza. Yeah, but I would still
100%.
say that, I mean, I would still call
it
pizza Italian food,
Ah. I wouldn't.
even though it's,
Because it's not like when my mom would make pizza.
I actually kind of
it's
just
like,
call it pizza. Pizza is kind of just taken on its own fucking thing at this
it-
point.
when my mom made like an Italian, it's like in a fucking pan. It looks like it's like a loaf of bread, and it doesn't really have much on it. It's like like for sauce or toppings.
Sounds like fucking terrible pizza.
it's actually really good.
Oh,
my
I'll try
mom
it the
made
next
it.
time I'm over there.
when you go over there, you can correct her on how to make pizza.
Be like, not only am I gonna fuck you good, I'm gonna teach you how to make good pizza.
Mom's getting fucked right, and the pizza games too. That you go over there, she's just glowing, and there's a brick oven pizza in the back fucking yard. She's just out there making fresh Neapolitan, fucking fresh mozzarella from the Italian grocery.
We're gonna show her. We're gonna show her. How
Matt's
to
like, yep.
cook.
Fucked the shit out of her one night, and then all of a sudden she was out there building their own brick oven pizza.
Used to, so at the bar that I had, I had like a brick oven, pizza oven, and I made this I had this recipe for like a cracker crust,
Mm-hmm.
and I would make a lavash pizza, which is like cracker crust, Havarti cheese, and I would use like a kosher salami on it. Oh fuck!
Did anybody in this bar give a shit about that pizza?
Oh yeah, they loved it. That was like the big
'Cause
hitter.
that seems a little
That was the
high
big.
end for a bar
That was
that
the big hitter. That was the.
I
hitter.
imagine you owning.
I mean, I had a partner, and he was way classier than I was. So
Oh.
That makes sense.
I imagine you owning the kinds of bars that Patrick Swayze would have to go clean up in Roadhouse.
you know, honestly,
Champions.
that was the side of it that I didn't have a part in. Like I would just order booze for it, but like I would run I ran the our bistro side. I think that's where
the
I was.
bistro side.
Yeah,
This
so I
might
would-
have been why the bar failed, because it had a bistro.
No, the bar failed because the reason it failed was the dude we were buying all the equipment from and everything like didn't actually own it. So he was trying to sell us something of someone else's. And so we just backed out of it at that point because we didn't want to get in the middle of it. Because the dude like who actually owned everything called us and he was like, "Listen, you guys just should probably get your shit out of there because I'm not going to sell that and I'm going to try to fuck this guy over. So just call it a wash. You guys tried." That's how
Does Andrew have the beat on anything for third space, or is he just kind of is he looking at opening
I think
somewhere else?
Richie's looking at opening somewhere else. I think he just set he's like, I think he made like I don't know, like an intent or whatever to lease on something. So I think he was talking like maybe it might be in more Midtown than Grand. I don't know, but
That's
he's
fine.
trying to get back up and
So
running.
what was the deal? The tattoo place there owns the whole thing. And
Yeah, well, so they didn't, and then they bought it from the owner, and then they just fucking booted him. Like then they booted everybody, and Novel State. They let Novel keep theirs because they know how much money they're making, but they doubled Novel's rent because they know how much money they're making.
Nice.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Fucking assholes.
That's-
Yeah, they gave him
That's
like
pretty
fucking
dope.
3 weeks to get out, right?
They gave him they told him on like July 3rd. Like, hey, when the sale finalized, and then they were like, get the fuck out at the end of July.
nice.
Yeah.
Good for
Not
them.
a nice. That's like a big go fuck yourself.
All
Like,
right.
Absolutely.
Electric needle tattoo. I hope each and every single one of you gets like butt cancer.
Oh.
And your colon just slowly starts to disintegrate out of your asshole. Like that's the death I hope for you. Because, god damn it, fuck off. Like,
Okay.
it just seriously. They the only reason they did it is
Well,
because
what are they
wanna,
doing with the?
They're gonna try their own restaurant. They're gonna.
Oh, are they
put-
putting a restaurant?
Yeah.
in? Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
What an asshole.
they're putting their own restaurant in there.
I just figured they were gonna fucking turn it into a tattoo shop.
That's what I thought right away,
Yeah.
but no. It turns out they're turning it into another restaurant.
No,
So,
we'll have to just
That's
litter it
why
with
it was. That's
negative
why,
Yelp
yeah, fuck 'em.
reviews.
Yeah. It'll fail. Like they've alienated so many fucking people.
We'll put like Trump posters up all around it and shit. And
yeah, can't wait.
Well, that might work ironically because it's like right underneath that Trump. The one, the Trump billboard.
There's no Trump establishment that's going to work anywhere in that neighborhood.
No.
But you get those big long, like the big long Nazi fucking standards with the long red with the big, like you see on all the buildings. We put those all over the place.
You ever watch Documentary Now?
I've seen a few of them. I haven't watched them all.
Yeah, so they do a spoof of The War Room, the documentary about the Bill Clinton campaign that has James Carville in it. It's economist, stupid. So they're launching a negative campaign. So they're driving around with a car full of lawn jockeys. And when they go down the street and they see the competitor sign in somebody's yard, he gets out and puts a lawn jockey next to it and goes, Jesus Christ, look at a goddamn lawn jockey in somebody's front yard in this day and age. What kind of son bitch would do this? Somebody that supports this gentleman right here, I can tell you that much, and gets back in the car. And he's like, go down the street. There's another one right over there. And then pull over and goes, goddamn lawn jockey in front of y'all. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself supporting this man with a lawn jockey. That's what we need to do.
What's a lawn jockey?
Like it's like a black dude that people used to put in their yards. Yeah, it's an incredibly
dressed up as a jockey.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That was real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Google
people
it.
did that?
Yeah,
it's on Google.
What?
Well, people do it.
They still do?
Oh yeah, in the South, it's still a big thing.
There's a lot of real racist shit that goes on, Bill. I don't know
why. Why do they do it?
Because they don't like.
I don't know the significance of it. I just know that the black community finds it offensive.
These are expensive.
Oh yeah, how much?
Racism's expensive.
Well, yeah, because you're pretty much
for
buying them on the black market at this point. You're buying them from Asians that'll build it like nobody respectable.
This one kind of looks like Tiger. It's got kind of a Tiger Woods vibe to it, doesn't it?
That's terrible. That's one of the most North Dakota things you've ever said on this podcast. So there's been a lot. I'm surprised you didn't see more of these in North Dakota, but I guess because they're so expensive.
They don't.
They're under the snow.
No, they don't do this there.
The thing that's terrible about the snow is it hides the lawn jockey.
Look at how bad that one is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look at how bad that is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Do you ever read Brer Rabbit?
Yeah.
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 That was a real racist little fable there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what it was. It was
the Tar Babies?
Yeah.
You're talking about the Tar Babies?
It was just one. There wasn't multiple babies. Yeah. But that's what that looks like. Like
we went to my wife is a really big college softball fan.
Okay.
And this year
is she lesbian too?
She's no. No, I fucked the lesbian out of her. Just like Matt's gonna fuck bad pizza out of your mom. So I did. My wife's gonna be craving dick and eating some great pizza when Matt invites me over to meet his new lady. And she gets that fucking brick oven going. Anyways, the Wildcats played Ole Miss.
Okay.
And there were no less than 5 people there that had like Confederate flag, like throws and stuff like that. But it's the state flag there.
Yeah. It's still the Confederate flag is one thing, but this is something.
But my wife was like astounded. Like she was
worse.
like, "Why do they have their?" She was asking why. They altered it. So they played. It was a 3-game series. Arizona wound up winning it in 2 games, but one of the games, the ladies for Ole Miss wore kind of an odd color combination, but their school's colors are they're red, white, and blue. They're the Confederate flag, but they wore a baby blue. They wore a baby blue or red and the white. And she was like, "Well, why would they do the baby blue?" I'm like, "Well, they're trying to soften it up a little bit."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, what do you talk about?" I'm like, "They're Ole Miss. Like their colors are the Confederate flag."
Yeah.
And she was just astounded. My wife is Hispanic, by the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, she is just astounded that she's like, how does this
happen
in this day and age? I'm like, they're still
We still
a
have
ways
the
behind us.
Washington Redskins, for
Yeah.
Christ's sakes.
Isn't
Like,
their
are you
mascot
kidding?
Aren't they the Running
The
Rebels?
Running
still?
Rebels.
Yeah,
That's the other
yeah,
thing
yeah.
that I brought up.
Running Rebels?
The
Yeah,
Running
they're the
Rebels,
Running
yeah.
Rebels. Yeah.
What does the mascot look like?
Like a Confederate
Like a
soldier.
Confederate.
Yeah,
Really?
the mascot is a Confederate soldier.
Yeah.
So, I mean, their mascot is a symbol of treason.
100%.
Oh no, it shows. I'm seeing a.
But yeah, Ole Miss
I'm seeing a
Running
shark.
Rebels.
You're seeing a shark
Yeah,
for Ole Miss?
Ole Miss mascot. Meet
Mm,
Tony the land shark. Ole Miss new mascot.
Oh,
Turning over a new leaf.
Did they
that's hold
the
on a
land
second.
shark? What a bunch
Tony
of
the
ignorant
land
fucking
shark.
hillbillies. I think. Well, no, they have the. Yeah, they have the golf there.
That's true.
Yeah, because this is what it was. This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want all people of color to get out to school except the ones on the football team. Get out there and score us some touchdowns. Get on it.
Holy shit.
We have
Yeah.
the best mascot out there, I'll tell you what.
We got
Better than
the-
Alabama's elephant.
We got Tony the land shark, everybody. Tony the land shark here to dispel the rumors that Ole Miss is still racist.
What a terrible mascot.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the? So you were just in. What do you? Everybody loves it. I fucking
Jesus
think
Christ.
it's stupid.
Fucking spit it out.
The fuck. I don't remember what it's called. I was trying to think, and that's why I was rambling.
But everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it. I'm
Yeah,
not a
I
big
What's
don't know
fan.
the
what the
Philadelphia
fuck it is.
Flyers mascot? What the fuck is that thing called?
Gritty?
Oh, Gritty.
Fuck
Fucking
that
yeah,
thing.
I love Gritty.
Fuck Gritty.
I love Gritty.
I mean, I love Gritty too, but I'm
Oh.
a Penguins fan, so it is
Oh,
hard
yeah,
for me
yeah.
to love Gritty.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
But
thing.
that
It's dumb.
guy, they have, I mean, for such a worthless piece of shit organization
Mm-hmm.
that hasn't won since the fucking 70s.
Absolutely.
To have, somebody had told me, one of the comics in town, Ryan Garrett, who's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Big
And
hockey
he was
fan.
telling me that that one of the DJs there, they were like, I like how they named it Gritty. They didn't name it like Skilly or or like they just named it Gritty because that's all they got.
That's
There's
funny.
a little bit of grit.
That's really funny.
It's very true.
But yeah, I follow him on Twitter. There's some pretty dope shit that he posts on Twitter.
Who?
Gritty.
Gritty is
Really?
probably one of the best fucking mascots in all of sports.
Oh,
I
he's
think I hate it. It's dumb. I don't like it.
no,
I
he's
don't want anything to do with it.
You don't have to.
Nope.
You don't
Yeah,
even like
that-
fucking hockey.
No.
So.
the fucking
Nope,
period
hockey's
shit
fucking
that
dumb.
he does where he goes out and checks the little kids playing hockey.
Checks them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He knocks them over.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking great.
It's fantastic.
He goes into other teams' arenas and throws their merchandise all over the place. Yeah, it's
Right,
dope.
I'm kind of getting on board.
He pulls the little kids' jerseys over and like swats
he
them in the
does
face. Yeah,
yeah.
and gets them undercut and pushes them
All right,
over.
all
He
right.
trips them while they're skating.
All right. If you're tripping kids, I'm kind of down for it.
He's done. He comes out naked.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, with his jersey off and everything, and like
Oh.
streaks the crowd and goes running around.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's pretty dope. What
It's pretty gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they throw him in the penalty box during the intermission things, and he goes all wild and he starts chucking pucks and shit out on the ice, pushing the referees around. I mean, they really hit on something with that worthless dog shit fuckball of an organization of just worthless pieces of shit.
Hit a home run with Gritty.
Did he hit a home run with
Yeah.
Gritty? They are nothing but
Who's-
obstructionists.
Who's the man behind Gritty? Like,
I don't.
Some fucking
just
ad
some dude?
person.
Yeah, just
Or
that's-
like who's behind this fucking suit?
yeah,
It doesn't matter
Doesn't
because what's
matter.
going to happen is that dude's going to get a DUI in the next year.
yeah.
And they're going to have to get rid of him and get somebody else.
Yeah.
And the other dude's going to do the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, Gritty is bigger than any one person.
that sounds like a great job though. Like you get to go be a fucking like.
Oh, it would be
you
great.
Just go get to be a troll.
What was
like-
that restaurant that they used to have, the 50s one, that all the waiters were assholes?
Oh, Dick's or
It was over on like 20th Street and
Was it like
Camelback.
Dick's Last Resort. There's another one.
Yeah, that's one. That's
Yeah.
one. Yeah, you just get to be a fucking prick to everybody that
Yeah.
comes in. I would love that job.
You'd be.
There's a
fantastic at
restaurant like
job.
that.
Oh, yeah.
There's one in Vegas. Yeah.
And
You
it's
always
just-
see people go to Vegas and they like give you a fucking hat and they write some fucking stupid name on your hat and they call you by that and they treat you like shit the whole time. People fucking love it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would love
I
it.
think that one's.
That
I think
sounds-
that one is Dick's last.
That
resort.
honestly
Yeah, they
sounds
cut
really
your tie.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
When you go in, you
Yeah.
have somebody's wearing a tie. They just grab a pair of scissors and cut the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens when like it's just the person just made the wrong call and they weren't going in because they wanted to.
No,
You
there's
know?
people that drag people that they think it's going to be hilarious, and they drag people in, and it's they just have the worst time. Yeah, that's people that like bring in. They're just. I remember when I was first doing comedy, these people asked me. I used to do a joke about Mormons, and it was like my big joke at the time, and everybody loved my Mormon bit, but it was hostile towards Mormons. And,
Well, I mean, you could be hostile towards Mormons. They're white.
well, they asked me to do that bit at a show, and the room was full of
Oh,
Mormons.
Jesus.
They turned the fucking lights off on me. They turned the sound off. I
God.
got into a fight with numerous of like it got bad
Oh,
fast.
God.
I'm like, dude, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. I'm like, I'm like, oh, you get fucking go piss in your magic underwear, you fucking cunts. And then fuck it. I just like went off. And I'm like, I don't know how many of your wives I pissed off here tonight, but they can all kiss my ass, you backwards fuck. I'm like, you fucking idiots believe that somebody found some gold tablets in fucking Missouri? Do you know who leaves things in Missouri? Nobody, because it's a worthless piece of fucking shit town. Like, I live next to Kansas. Kansas was better than fucking Missouri. I just went off. But they were standing out there, the two guys that asked me to do it, like, they were like, that was the greatest thing ever. Like, no, it wasn't, because I went in there and pissed off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That didn't want to. Why did you invite me to come here if you just, well, I thought it'd be great because everybody would be pissed off. I'm like, well, they are now.
They are. That's the
You know?
exact opposite of what I'm trying to do when I
Right.
get on fucking stage.
Right. Now there's just a bunch
Will
of
you-
embittered.
Will you tell the Mormon joke?
It was, so basically it was like, the whole crux of it is that if all they do is bother people, like, why aren't they better at it? And I'm like, because when you knock on the door, first off, I open the door, you look like you're fucking surprised. Now I have to stand here while you take off your bicycle helmet, take off your backpack, get into your backpack, get the first pamphlet, get the second pamphlet, get the third pamphlet. My fucking wife can get ready to go out for dinner faster than you assholes can tell me hello. And then after I sit through all this fucking bullshit, I get the same question every time. Excuse me, sir, have you ever considered dedicating your life to the Lord Jesus Christ? Why, no, Opie, I haven't. Have you ever considered doing this shit in the afternoon? 'Cause I'll tell you something, people would be a lot more receptive to your views if you give them a chance to sleep off the fucking hangover they got last night. And then I say that I was going to book a party bus to go up to Salt Lake City in the spring, and we were going to wander around neighborhoods about 3-4 o'clock in the morning and just knock on random doors, and then I'd be like, and then here's what you're gonna get, and then I would do like I would knock on the door, and I'd be like, here, hold on for a second, and then I would take like a massive bong rip with water, and then I'd stand like, with my finger up, and be like, oh yeah, you ever considered dedicating your life to illegal drug use and promiscuous sex? And then that was the joke, but the act out was really, I'd be like,
that's what sold it. Yeah,
which but
that's
anyways,
fucking great, and I can see how. You know what though? That's not as. What was the word you used?
Burn.
Huh?
offensive.
Offensive. That's not as like bad though. That's not as like.
Well, no. What I said after the joke was much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was
Turn
just
the lights
poking
off.
good
They're being-
fun.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like
I remember somebody yells, "You're done, big boy." I'm like, "Oh, I ain't fucking
someone
done."
yelled, "You're
yeah.
done, big
yeah, he
boy."
goes, "You're done, big boy." I said, "I'm not fucking done. My voice carries." And I just kept going, and then I had realized. Well, this was before I had because I used to when I first started doing comedy, I used to do that a lot, and then I realized that somebody has to come up after me.
Yeah.
And I quit doing that for a long
You can't
time.
burn a room.
And then I fucked Michael Paul Cohen one time doing that.
You burned a room and
well, it was the
buried
night
Cohen?
after. It was the night after Trump got elected.
Was that the Rum Runners night?
No, that wasn't that night. That was a night where I stopped myself from burning the room.
That was a rough one. Still.
Because I was gonna.
Oh God! Like, if you'd have kept going, because you were going in on like a couple of people.
I wasn't even really fucking going. So
I barely said anything.
No, it was the night after the protests downtown,
Yeah.
where everybody got tear gas.
Yeah.
So I came up and I was like, "So, did anybody get a chance to get tear gassed at the protest last night?" And I was like, my whole thing is if I was a Trump supporter, I'd make the Nazis. What about your fucking podcast? Inspires people to do dishes in this fucking house.
I don't know. They're just cleanly.
Okay. Anyways, so it was pretty innocuous, and then people started going fucking sour immediately.
Yeah.
So, I'm like,
like the entire room. Like,
is it a Trump supporter
oh,
room?
Yeah,
it was
okay.
just.
It was all
was
old,
just
crusty fuckers.
Everything
I can
was
imagine
jovial.
that bar.
Everything was hee hee ha ha, and
Yeah.
then just everything just got serious. And
so then I was like, I'm sorry. Have I offended some fucking Nazis that are here tonight? Do we have some Nazis in the room? And then a dude raised his hand and then put it down. I'm like, no, sir, it's fine. You could be a Nazi if you want. So my grandfather almost died jumping out of a plane trying to fight you motherfuckers, but it's cool. You can be like, blah, blah, blah. And then I said something about Joe Arpaio, and then it just like it descended into. So then I'm looking. I remember there were like 3 black comics on the bill that night. I think Anwar was there, and then there were a couple other guys that I'm not familiar with, and I had said something to them. I'm like, I hope you boys aren't coming up trying to talk about any sort of relevant social issues tonight, because these motherfuckers aren't hearing it. And which one of the other comics had told me, they'd seen me at another show. They were like, you actually helped us, because they all felt like such shit after you got off. Like we all played, and like nobody gave us any problems at all. It was
Jesus.
actually, I took a bullet for him. But anyways, what was the other Trump supporter thing? There was something. Anyways,
just another burned down room.
oh, the night after Trump won.
Oh yeah.
This chick I just walked up on stage. I'm like, what the fuck did we do, folks? What did we do? And this chick was like, Trump, Trump. And she just wouldn't shut up. So then I just lit into her.
She was probably the drunkest person in the room.
Yeah, I just lit into her. I lit into her for like a solid 10 minutes, just fucking killed the room. And I was like, she's like, why don't you tell a joke, Mr. Funny Man? I'm like, because everybody in the room's fucking laughing at you. And everyone's like, ah. I'm like, see? And everybody laughed again. I'm like, all my job is to make this fucking room laugh. So as long as I'm up for 10 minutes making them laugh, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So you can shut up and sit down. And she went over to tables, and I'm like, which one of you boys is fucking her tonight? And like all 3 of them turn their head.
Jesus.
I'm like, you see that, you drunk bitch? I'm like, nobody wants to admit to taking your fucking ass home. I know one of the 3 of them are doing it, you fucking hag. And and then I come walking off, and Cone's standing there. He's like, well, thanks. And I felt so bad.
Cone
I'm like,
goes
dude.
up there, but I don't know if my tears. I think my tears are apple juice or some shit.
Oh Jesus.
But I felt so bad. Like afterwards,
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, I didn't even consider
That's
that when
so
I was
funny.
doing that.
Yeah.
But
That is one of those things.
Have you ever had it? Have you ever had it work out for you when you tear somebody apart?
well, I mean, that worked out.
Well, yeah, not for Cone, but
I used
for
to
you.
do that a lot. There used to be a room over at Chili Bombers.
Oh, Howard's old room.
Howard might have ran it for a minute.
He
When I
ran
was
it.
doing it, there was this dude named Eric Miller that used to run it, which Eric Miller was a prize. And it just he just couldn't. He would get up. He hosted the room, and he would get up in the middle of the show and do like 30 minutes
Oh Jesus.
of
Are you
rambling,
kidding?
like 30 minutes. But he would wait until somebody killed. So like when I started getting good, when I started getting to where I could kill a room, I'd be killing that place. So Ruben Andrade used to do that room all the time. Ruben would, like on the lineup, Ruben would be after me, and I'd be up there killing it, and I would look over to the left. I would see Ruben standing there mad, and then Eric would be like limbering up.
Oh God.
Like, So I would have like the room here. He would get up and just fucking kill it. And then he would hunt for jokes. Like he would drive the room to the fucking basement. And then he would keep throwing out things to
try
to get a joke,
Yeah.
try to get a joke. He would finally exhaust himself after like 30 minutes. He just had the room just in the basement. And then Ruben would have to come up.
Oh, no.
And then he would start cutting people's time because he's like, "Oh, we got to be out of here by 9:30." Well, maybe you shouldn't have done 30 minutes.
What a cock.
But anyways, I used to pick a lot of fights in that room. And
well, I mean, if a room named Chili Bombers just sounds like a place you can.
Yeah, and there was a dude, John Boober, that used to do comedy that he would host there all the time, and he was worse than I was. Like he would used to do this bit where he would try to grind on somebody's lap, and it would always piss the dude off that he tried to do it.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Like you do. I mean, yeah.
One night we were sitting back there.
Aren't down for it.
And some guy, he had ground on some guy's lap and came down. We were sitting in the back of the room. The guy walked up and he was like, "You're going to apologize to me. And you're going to apologize to my mom. Next time you go upstage, you're going to, or there's going to be problems." So I was like,
apologize to me and my mom?
Yeah.
Was his mom there?
Yeah, his mom was sitting next to him, and he had said something that offended his mom, and he ground on his lap, and then successively, like, the bartender comes over, like, "You need to apologize to her." "Fuck you, I'm not apologizing to her." Then, like, the co-owner comes over, is like, "You need to apologize to him." He's like, "I didn't fucking do anything." And then the owner comes over, and they're like, "You're going to apologize here, or the show's canceled. Like, you guys are never coming back."
What?
And then...
Did he do it?
Yeah, he went up. He
Pussy.
did it like he did it as well as he could have. He was still kind of snarky and shitty about it, but he did make the apology. But yeah, I'm like, you apologize to your fucking mom.
Did you think he should have?
Yeah, I can't remember what he said to piss the mom off. John used to piss people off all the time, and it was warranted. I mean, he was a habitual line crosser, but I don't know that he should have done it in this particular case.
Okay. I'm all for an apology when it's deserved.
Fuck apologies.
No,
Fuck
you should
your apology. Shove it up your ass.
You should apologize
No,
if you're
never.
in the wrong.
Never
Like, I think you
apologize.
should.
Never
No, I
give
don't
up,
think you
never
need to
surrender. Never fucking apologize.
Apologize for a fucking joke, especially
Fucking
one that's
Matt,
not like...
Matt has started Cobra Kai Karate,
Yeah.
and
Fucking do it.
he's gonna kill everybody.
Let's do it to it.
James, where can people find you on the internet?
Jay Hoenscheidt at Twitter, HOENSCHEIDT. We're working on a second season of Is It Dark in Here right now. You can check out Is It Dark in Here on Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, all that good stuff. And just find me out in the streets.
Be on the streets.
In the streets. You're not in the streets. It's too hot.
No.
Way too hot.
too
for the
hot.
Come
streets.
looking for me in late October.
Yeah.
That's when I'll be back on the streets.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
This was another fun time.
Congratulations,
I'm about to
man.
Thank you. Listen.
By
I'm about to
winning
send,
by accident.
I'm about to send a famous person some poop.
Dope. Thank you for having me, boys.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Meat sweats, motherfucking meat sweats, meat sweats.